And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Well, we are getting some serious ores in. If you look at my ores, I've got almost 9,000 titanium. So my ores are building up rather nicely, and I am very happy about that. Not sure what the veins look like downstairs, but I'm sure they will eventually run out, of course. It's inevitable. But for now, we are enjoying a nice influx of material. You know, I've been trying to sort out my inventory. I've just been filling up like crazy. I've got tons and tons of rock and snow and all that kind of stuff, and I don't need all of that. So I think what I'm going to do is introduce the Macerator. This thing chews up pretty much anything you throw into it. So it's good for getting rid of either old machinery or all the garbage that you accumulate. And I am going to build 3 of these, because I've got a little area downstairs ready to go. I've cleared out a whole lot of this area down here, and I've got this little area ready to go. Lasers, I'm using windows here. Lasers can fire through windows just fine, so no big problem there. Let's see, Macerator. There it is. Put these like so. Now you have to feed macerators with conveyor belts. You can't put a hopper in to feed them. You have to feed them with conveyor belts. So, but you also have to have a hopper that it can put stuff into. And I have a little smelter down here for any goodies that the macerators find. Now, it won't be much, not even close, but the stuff that it does pick up will get put into a hopper and be smelted. So I'm not expecting a whole lot of ores out of this. I mean, it takes thousands and thousands of ores, or not ores, but garbage to sort of get anything out. So I've got all of these ready to go. Let's get rid of some of our kind of garbage material here. Let's start with, well, cold cavern stone. I don't have much of that, and toxic cavern stone. So throw it in here, and it just chews it up. And throw some of that in there, and it'll actually burn through this really fast. So it might not seem like it's fast, but it actually turns through it pretty fast. And see, there's a little bit tin ore picked up. So as the ore is found, I've run macerators quite a bit, and it seems to find the tier 1 and tier 2 ores by far the most often. So you'll get a lot of copper, a lot of tin, some lithium, and some iron. The only time I've ever gotten higher advanced ores is when I actually grind up machines. So like old lasers that you don't have anything, can't do anything with, stuff like that can produce higher quality ores. But these will actually track how many it finds. So this is ground 25 and it's found 3. This is 27, it found 1. So it is pretty random. But as they are found, this will smelt them. And that's all good. I just need to come down here once in a while, fill these back up, and we are good to go. So those are macerators we're going to have when we do eventually have a query. I call it query. We are going to want a huge farm of macerators, just because it digs up by far more garbage than anything. So my attacks are going pretty good. I can see I've done some work and got rid of sort of the overhead mountainous area that was above here. Got a nice clear path all the way for the wasps to come in and get killed. That's the plan. Got some copper coming in. How is this thing doing for power? Oh, it's working pretty fast. Not too bad. The other item is research. We need... I've completely dismantled the research pod creation over here. I put this here for a future project. That will be a very fun project to do. Can't wait to do that for you. For now, we need to work on research. And the research pod area, I built enough components for 3 of these. And a lot of people like to automate, all like 7 types of research pods, but I typically don't. I did 3 because I know when we come to the OET, that will need to be automated because we're going to need like 1,000 pods of 3 different kinds in order to produce the OET. So I've got enough for 3 of these. However, the research assembler itself, which I don't even know what tab I put that on, there it is. The research assembler actually requires basic PCBs to manufacture, and I don't have any extras. So I actually have to get this going and build it up so I can actually get the basic PCBs to build what I need. So let's put the research assembler right there. Do I want to elevate it at all? I kind of do, so I can get some power into it. Because power I can beam this way and then over. And if I put enough power in there, I could actually power all of them with one of them. So let's see how this plays out here. I have the research assembler there. Then I'm going to need a hopper like right here and right here for input. Output I can put on the top. So I can do something like this, add only. This one will be remove only, and this one will be remove only. That way I can have the parts coming from both directions and still function. So this will be, I'll make this one the stamper. So these need to be the stamper plant. Like that. And then I want something like this. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, this will be automated eventually, but I just want to be able to control how many go in. So this way I can do exactly 600. And on this side, I'll have it so it's exactly 200, which will give me exactly, so let's see, you have to do this backwards. So PCB assembly plant, coiler, and extrusion. And this will be 1, 2. Just like that. So there's 200 and then 600. Go right into there, which will produce and put out the top so it's easy to grab from a distance. So with that in mind, I could put the next one like right here, because none of that will touch a hopper. And the one after that, since that's a gap of 2, the next one will go like right here. Which is a little cramped. Let's space them out one more. That way I can just beam directly over. And yes, this is another spot for jet turbines if I ever want to do that. So let's put that there, and set this up. Do I have any lenses? I have some in storage. So I want 2 more of these, which require 2 basic PCBs. I'm pretty sure that's the case. It was in this. Yep, 2 basic PCBs, which was, it says 12. It's 12 copper. So let's move 12 copper like that. So now when I go to F2, go to copper, I can store 12 there. And then it will be 4 here. So put that there. And that should give me the right amount. Let's go grab a lens. So I was running out of inventory space, which is why I kind of put them back in here. So we want to put a lens into this, just to make sure that we're getting as much power as possible. This shouldn't have any problems with power. Unless the battery doesn't transfer it fast enough. We've already got one done. Yeah, it seems to be fine. Okay. So now we want 2 more of these. I just grabbed the basic. Oh, that was a huge derp. I just need the PCBs. I don't need the research pods. That was stupid. So let's do another 4 of these. Or no, I just need 2 of these. Well, we got 2 basic research pods. That just throws off everything now. So this should give me, what is the other ingredient? Let's get it to here. Copper housing, I think I can craft myself. There it is. I need copper plate, which I know I've got a ton of. And it takes 6 copper plates, so I need 12 of these. So let's just pull out 12. Whoa. There we go. And that should have 2 basic PCBs. So let's do those 2. And the research was here. There we go. So I've got a research for there and a research for there. So let's see how we can set this up. There. This will have to be a window. And there. And this one can come in from the side. I'm not too worried about that. We are running low on storage hoppers, though. Okay, let's go craft a bunch of hoppers. Lots of hoppers. So let's see. Upslope, upslope. And then stamper plants, like so. This will go in here. This will go in here. And then like that. Stamper plant should be here. Just like that. Now we want quite a few hoppers. So 2, 3, 6. Yeah, there's a lot of storage hoppers in this area right now, and it's ill-advised to do it this way, but so there are all my stamper plants done. I didn't space those out, but it's okay. They won't interfere with one another. So this is the same sort of setup, only it's all in a line here. So we want, I think it was this tab, yep. PCB, coiler, extruder, hopper. There we go. And this one will come in from this direction, just because that laser is right there. Kind of interferes a little bit with the laser, so I'm okay with putting it right here. There we go. You can now make lots of things. And so when I automate it, I can put another hopper on the side and then layer up the ingredients. That way I can route around and put into the back, get rid of all of these hoppers, and then route the ingredients in and be able to just manufacture them automatically, which will be really nice. But for now, I want to see if we can kickstart this. So I need 50 basic, 50 simplified. So I know simplified is tin. So let's do tin here. 1, 2, 3. That's 50 tin. Copper is a little crazier because I've already got 2, and I don't like having them kind of lingering like that. So complex is lithium, and I need 25 of those. And that will be half of what I just put in here. So it's 50 into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 150 back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be tin and lithium based. And the copper, I'll have to do the math in between episodes. I'll get those crafted and we'll kickstart it next episode and getting ready for the cryogenic stuff. Because I've got a whole bunch of these ruined parts. 2,200 of those, 2,000 of those, 2,000 of those, 2,000 of those, and 2,000 of those. So I've got just thousands of parts, and I want to put those to use. I don't want to waste them. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.